Welcome everyone, my name is Oshy, and welcome to my Battlefield 3 multiplayer weapon guide. In this episode we'll be covering the Famas, one of the new assault rifles featured in the expansion pack, Back to Karkin. Unlocked through the new assignment system, Best Friend Forever. Originally introduced in Battlefield 2's expansion pack Euroforce, the Famas was a standard assault rifle for the EU medikit. It had moderate damage and recoil, and a very high rate of fire. In Battlefield 3, however, we're using the Famas G1, and to be more specific, the low profile variant. In Battlefield 3, the Famas is a highly effective and versatile weapon. With its very high rate of fire and average power, it's hard to compete against. But with extremely extracted iron sights, which block most of the user's peripheral vision, and a distracting muzzle flash, some stay away. Let's look more closely at the Famas. It does standard assault rifle damage, 25 damage at minimum effective range, but drops off to 17 at maximum range. The Famas has a standard clip size of 30. Starting ammunition offers 124 rounds, but with the squad mate or yourself using the ammo perk, you can have a total of 217 rounds. Reload time is high for its class of weapon. An empty magazine can be reloaded within 3.9 seconds, compared to a magazine without rounds in it at 3.2 seconds, almost the slowest reload time in the assault rifle's weapon class. The rate of fire is what makes the Famas so attractive. At 1,000 rounds per minute, it's the fastest shooting weapon in the game, with only the MP7 coming close to competing, but lacking in damage output. The Famas recoil is average, but predictable. It recovers from burst shots fairly quickly. This has earned the Famas a reputation not to be messed with. It's also brought up old memories of games that shall not be named. Regardless, the Famas is a long-range, fairly low recoil with a high rate of fire. An advanced player with amazing trigger finger can pull off long-range burst kills with ease. Attachments for the Famas are standard, with your Famas iron sights blocking your peripheral vision, and generally just being obstructive, you'll want to use optical attachments. Thankfully, we have many to choose from. For long-range engagements, we have the ACOG 4x. With the 4x zoom and a precision reticle, long-range firefights are much easier, especially thanks to the ballistic reticle, making gauging distances on targets easier for shots where bullet drop comes into effect. The next sight the Famas has to offer is the Reflex Red Dot sight. In close quarter combat, the Reflex offers extremely fast and clear target acquisition, with the single red dot making getting on target a breeze. The holographic sight is great for spotting and getting on target fast. With a very clear and open picture, it's the best close quarters combat sight the game has to offer. It features a circle with a red dot marking the center, making it much easier to snap onto target quickly and effectively. For much slower and more stealthy gameplay, the IRNV or Infrared Night Vision scope is a superb scope in low light situations. It's a controversial attachment, but recent nerfs to the attachment has made it much less effective at long range. For the underslung attachments on the Famas, you're only offered 2 attachments. The grip is almost useful in all situations, decreasing the horizontal recoil when firing the weapon, giving it much better control over long distances. The second attachment for the underslung is the BIPOD. When prone or against a flat horizontal surface, like a ledge or a box, you can prop the BIPOD up to support the gun, gaining increased accuracy and reduce the recoil greatly. Finally, the barrel attachments. The heavy barrel gives a greater accuracy for firing while aiming down sights, but a downside to the heavy barrel is it will increase your vertical recoil. The sound suppressor is one of the most effective attachments, offering reduced sound when firing and completely eliminating the distracting muzzle flash. This makes a perfect attachment for those conscious of their surroundings and those playing a more lone wolf style. understand that while you might be using it to cover your red triangle from popping up on the enemy's radar, the teammate beside you might not be, rendering the attachment sometimes less effective in close quarters. But don't underestimate its incredible tool for flanking. Unfortunately, cold loaded ammo is used with the suppressor, making bullets travel slower and decreasing the damage at longer ranges. The muzzle suppressor, or flash suppressor, eliminates muzzle flash completely, but has no effect on sound. It decreases your aimed accuracy and automatic accuracy, making it a poor choice for any assault rifle. Last but definitely not least, the laser sight for the Famas provides a visible aiming dot and increases accuracy when firing from the hip, giving a chance of survival when running head first into enemies up close where the only option is a quick burst of gunfire. Overall, the most useful attachments are the holo sight, grip, suppressor, laser sight, and the ACOG 4x. The ACOG for long-range engagements, the holo sight for more close-quarter operations. The grip helps with Famas recoil become predictable and easy to manage, while the BIPOD is extremely situational. The suppressor fits a lone wolf role, or a stealth role, helping flankers get behind enemy lines, staying off the radar, and coming behind without being noticed. Opposite to the suppressor, the laser sight will help with more upfront and close quarter combat situations, especially when you're strapped for time and can't aim down sight. For our Famas class we're going to build, we'll be looking at the best close quarter combat setup we can possibly come up with. The Famas with the holo, grip, and laser sight will be our SUPP of the day, a setup that is hard to compete against. The holo is by far the easiest to snap on target quickly and offers a great clear sight. The grip will help beginners and veterans alike help control the Famas recoil and learn its predictable pattern quickly. The laser sight is really a clear choice when playing close with a team, keeping them healed and revived to make sure your ticket count doesn't plummet is really what matters. A suppressor just wouldn't be as useful in that role. For your perk slot, I suggest squad ammo, or just ammo if you're still a lower rank. The Famas high rate of fire can quickly diminish your ammo count, and with the ammo perk, you'll be granted 3 extra magazines or 93 bullets. The secondary perk I suggest, if ammo is already being used by another squad mate, is squad suppress, or just suppress. Every single bullet the Famas dishes out suppresses the enemy by 7%. With the perk, the effect is increased greatly, making enemies sometimes defenseless to the onslaught and high fire rate of the Famas. The Famas is king. With its high rate of fire, and with attachments like the grip and laser sight, it's among the most powerful assault rifles in the game. Even at longer ranges, the Famas is versatile, and with steady bursts of fire, any opponent would have trouble competing, meaning it's deadly up close as it is at long range. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time where I'll be covering the L85A2. Until then, peace.